Hello everybody, welcome back. It is Euro 2024 watch a long time and the round of 16 is nearly over. It is the last knockout game before we get a couple of days off. We're going to get the quarterfinals. It is Austria versus Turkey tonight. One we've been looking forward to. Loads and loads of tight games, some 0-0s, some penalty shootouts, all of that good stuff. We're hoping for a real open one tonight in the final game to see who is going through to the quarterfinals. Now, it's a couple of days and a couple of games since I have indeed been on the watch along. In fact, the last game we did was good old England, which was on Sunday night. So it's literally been 4 games since I was last on here. So let me know your thoughts on the following results, which we are now able to catch up on. So immediately after England very closely beat Slovakia, Spain cruised in 4-1 over Georgia. Surely Spain are most people's favourites. They're the most impressive team here, aren't they? Let me know in the chat. Then, yesterday, France won, Belgium 0, but made hard work of it, didn't they, the French? Muggy old goal deflected at the end. Tight game. Okay, Belgium created nothing, did they? But what are you going to do? Then it was Portugal 0, Slovenia 0. Not just after 90 minutes, after 120 minutes. Slovenia even missed all of their penalties in the shootout as well. Portugal won the shootout 3-0, mainly thanks to their keeper, basically, who saved 3 penalties out of 3. Incredible goalkeeping performance there. And just now, let me just scroll the page over here. The Dutch cruised in, didn't they? No tight game here, and hopefully that bodes well for tonight's effort as we try and get away from 0 effing 0. Romania 0, Netherlands 3. The Dutch cruising. Get your comments in if you've just watched that game and you're in for the next one as well. But we now know 7 of the 8 quarter-finalists. It looks like this. So on the left-hand side of the draw, I mean, wow. Spain versus Germany. Perhaps, well, maybe other than the Austrians we're about to watch, the best individual performances have come from Spain and Germany thus far in this tournament. They will face off on the 5th. It's Friday night. It's going to be brilliant because, look, Portugal versus France. That was the final, wasn't it, in 2016, when the Portuguese did indeed get their victory. We know on Saturday, and we'll be all over it, England versus Switzerland. We can talk about that throughout the night. And Netherlands are through. And is it going to be Netherlands v Austria or Netherlands v Turkey? And was it Switzerland who beat Netherlands, or was it, have Austria played them already? Sorry, let me just double check on Austria's matches. Yeah, so if Austria go ahead and get through, these two teams literally played a week ago and Austria beat them in terms of Austria versus Netherlands. So it's going to be a very interesting wrinkle to that one, being the two sides have already played. Let's say some highs to Andy, Dave, JC. I'll answer some of these questions in a minute about Birmingham, about Derby. I can see in here, Caden Jackson getting a mention there from, there we go, Bricktop. Let's say hello to Apuk. Ewan, welcome. Always good to see you, mate. Anybody else in the chat, make yourself known. I'll try and take those 2 questions in a little bit. First of all, we're going to go into detail on Austria versus Turkey, but we need to get from you, for the first time tonight, we are looking for a like spike. We'd love everybody. If you're watching up on TikTok as well, please do get involved with the hearts. But let's get your thumbs up straight away into the stream. It is time for the first time tonight for a like spike. Everybody, you've got 20 seconds to hit that thumbs up button. And your time starts now. Yeah, really, really appreciate your support. Thank you for all of that. It costs you absolutely nothing to support by interacting tonight. You can like, you can comment, you can subscribe. We just went over 37,000 subscribers, which is very, very humbling, and we thank each and every one of those people. You can donate, which is a massive, massive help in the close season. A couple of big transfers that Ipswich and Leeds have been helpful over the last couple of days with the content, but the bread and butter has gone. So if you can donate via Super Chat or Super Sticker, that is amazing. And you can also join up on YouTube as a member or on Patreon as a member. You can get early access to pre-recorded videos. You can join the WhatsApp group. And best of all, you can come and chat to me on the round table once a month. Face-to-face, I say face-to-face, through a computer screen. We're nearly up to 20 on the likes, muchly appreciated. Get those thumbs up in straight away. Who else can we say hello to? Andrew, welcome to you in the chat. Great to see familiar names here for sure. Right, if you have a look at the team lineups for tonight, you can give me your views on who you are excited to see. Couple of teams that people have enjoyed watching, particularly Turkey in terms of their goal scoring. 3 against Georgia, 3 against Portugal. And here they come into the round of 16. And Austria, maybe, pound for pound, have been, for the players against the performances, have been the best team in the tournament, haven't they, for the resources they've got and what they have output so far. Austria, remember, winning a group, they had a group with France and Netherlands in it, and they won the group, for goodness sake. So they are in fine form, the Austrians. Let's have a look at the lineups. So, final round of 16 match tonight. Probably going to have to help me with a few of the pronunciations tonight, but it's all in good faith, and we're trying our best not to upset anybody. Don't take it too seriously. It's only an English bloke trying to pronounce some Austrian and indeed Turkish names as we go through. Let's start with the Austrians, who a lot of people have got in the semi-final and even the final, given their performances so far. In goal for Ralph Rangnick's men is Patrick Pence of Brøndby. Fullbacks, Philip Mwene of Mainz and Stefan Poch of Bologna in Italy. Centre-halves, Philip Lienhart of Freiburg, and his partner is Kevin Danso of Lens. You'll find lots of players in France, lots of players in Italy, lots of players in Germany, particularly for this Austrian lineup is the traditional thing. In midfield, Nicholas Sievold, the first Red Bull player there of Leipzig, and Konrad Laimer of Bayern Munich, obviously a teammate of Harry Kane of England. Let's see if he can outdo Mr. Kane's performances thus far in the tournament. Although he's got a couple of goals now, hasn't he? Marcel Sabitzer has probably been the star man, hasn't he? Down that left-hand side, Dortmund player there. We had him in the Premier League, didn't we, at Manchester United for a while when Rangnick was there. Christoph Baumgartner is another Red Bull player there in the 10 for Leipzig. Romano Schmidt of Werder Bremen in Germany. And familiar to everybody, 35 years old, ex of Stoke and West Ham, am I right? Marko Arnautovic. You all remember the name, don't you? You all remember the name. Let's say some more hellos. James, welcome. Akshay, welcome. We'll get to predictions in just a little bit. Let's talk Turkey now. In goal for the Turks, Merk Günok of Besiktas. A bit of a star man is Mert Muldur down the right-hand side, the right back. Goals and assists, I think, for him in the tournament so far. Left back is Ferdi Kadioglu. Remember as well, the Turkish support here has been obscenely good. Obviously, massive Turkish community in Germany, and they're not too far away to travel either. Are they? Centre backs here for the Turks. Bardaksi, or Chi probably, and Demiral. In central midfield, Yüksek and Ayhan of Galatasaray. Down the right-hand side, Arda Güler of Real Madrid, 19 years old. How about that? Kenan Yildiz of Juventus. So Turkey's two wingers are both teenagers and they play for Real Madrid and Juventus. Pedigree. Number 10, number 6 in the number 10 position is Kokshu of Benfica and Yilmaz of Galatasaray up top for the Turks. Let me know your thoughts on your Turkey 11 and your Austria 11 in the chat. No extra time tonight, please, says James. A man after my own heart. I bloody hate extra time. Do you know what? We went to bed during the Portugal game yesterday and I thought, oh, this is going to penalties. I want to stay up and watch this. And nodded off. I was out of it. I was done. You try having a 2-year-old and getting up at 6 a.m. every morning with them. You are done by the time extra time finishes. So hopefully this one is all going to be done in good time tonight. Alfie May to Birmingham. Guaranteed goals in League One. Turkey and Spain playing teenagers on the wing. That's a fair point, isn't it? England not really prepared to do that. Let's just have a little look at the benches before we round up on the 11s and get to your predictions on this one. Any familiar names in here? On the Austrian bench, Linder, Hödl, Daniluc, Querfeld, Verba. I recognise that name. He was at Leeds, wasn't he? Pras, Grilic, Kainz, Saidi, Andreas Weimann. We know that guy from Bristol City and West Brom and Aston Villa and various places in English football. Gruel, Entrup and Grigoric. For the Austrians. For the Turks on the bench, Bayındır, Jakir, Kaplan, Çelik, Yokuslu, a teammate of Andy Weimann's indeed at West Brom last season. Özcan, Yunus Akyung was obviously on loan at Leicester last season, wasn't he? Yildirim and Cenk Tosun, you can still find him, former Everton and Crystal Palace. He scored as well, didn't he? Making up the numbers on the bench for the Turks then. Kaveci, Artuloglu, Kilsoy and Yazici. Remember Chahanoglu, who, very good player, who's played for both the Milan clubs. Not available today. Weimann played for the Rams. Of course he did, yeah. I must have given my caveat amongst others. I'm sure I'm forgetting one. Wonder if Rangnick would have been any good if they gave him the job permanently. Juventus, Benfica, Real Madrid players against those from Freiburg, Brøndby and Mainz. Does that tell us anything? Might tell us that the Austrians are better than the sum of their parts and they are playing very, very well indeed, aren't they? Right. You lot. We'll go to the predictions in just a second. But as you can see over there is the wonderful display from the gorgeous, fabulous people at Beer 52. That is my box, my case, my crate of beers from Beer 52. You get 8 in the box. You get some bar snacks. You get a magazine. You can get craft beer. You can get dark beer as well. Beautifully curated from different places around the world. Beautifully presented. Tastes beautiful too. It's a great product. You can have one of those for free. You just got to pay the postage. Postage is £5.95 and you can get a box of beer for free if you just cover that postage. No obligation to subscribe after that. I think it's a really, really great deal. It's such a good deal. I know exactly how many of you, because I've been told they've taken that deal up, so it must be a great deal. The only way you can do that is on the screen right now. www.beer5252.com/Bloom, beer52.com/Bloom. Head to the website there, beer52.com/Bloom. £5.95 for your postage and you get a free crate of beer. Please drink responsibly and also let me know if you do the deal. I get tweeted lots of lovely pictures of people holding their Beer 52, which gives me a warm feeling in my heart. Who do I fancy for up-and-coming England manager? I've got no idea. I do like the idea, though, of... I know people don't like Southgate, but I do like the idea of keeping somebody in there and in the system for 10 years, because I do think international football is so different to club football. It doesn't really matter how good someone is a manager at club football. There's no... For God's sake, we had Capello and the greatest club managers that you could get, and they were still no good for England. Were they indeed? Same question there. Tuchel says James. There haven't been no shock winners in the knockouts. No, there have not. I don't know what a shock would be tonight. I guess if we go into the predictions, we will find out. Jim on TikTok, what do you think of the greater Spurs deal? Jim, I've made a separate video on that, my friend. There's 10 minutes on that. I'm not saying stop watching the stream over on TikTok right now, but you can find, it's about 10 minutes on YouTube on that. Marcelo Bielsa, I mean, it would be amazing he'd only last 2 years, wouldn't he, with the English press, but how good would that be? How good would that be indeed? Right. We're going to go to your predictions in the chat. I need you to put Austria something Turkey. Let me know what you think the score is going to be tonight in this one. Give me an AET if you go in after extra time. If you think someone's winning on penalties, if you're going for the draw, then you must put pen next to whoever your winner is as well. Before you get your predictions in, this is what was on the poll today. So not specifically this game. We asked over on the community tab on the Benjamin Bloom football channel. You can still vote on that right now. We asked who makes the quarterfinals from the final 2 round of 16 games tonight. Romania, Netherlands and Austria v Turkey. So we now know it is definitely going to be Netherlands. So the 17% who said Romania and Austria, that ain't going to happen. The 3% that said Romania and Turkey, that ain't going to happen. It could be the other, and this is where the Benjamin Bloom football channel voters are very smart, aren't they? Look, 69%. Does that even add up? 69, 80. Do those percentages add up? 12, 15. Those percentages don't add up, do they? I need to write a strongly worded letter to YouTube. Someone add up those 4 totals. 17, add 3 is 20. Add 69 is 89. Add 12 is 101. There's a rounding error going on there on YouTube, isn't there? Do me. Anyway, the vast majority said Netherlands and Austria. I can see predictions already coming in up there on TikTok. We'll read them out, Jim and Brookie as well, in just a sec. Let's get some answers in from YouTube and we can send a strongly worded letter about their algorithm adding the percentages up wrong. Indeed, predictions time. You have got 10 seconds. Get them in via the chat. Right, we'll just go to those couple on TikTok first. Jim, Austria to win. Oh, sorry, does that say Jim? So it says JTM. The phone's miles up there. Austria to win 2-1. Brookie, Austria 1, Turkey 1. Turkey on penalties. Brookie, I don't want extra time. I take penalties if you went straight to penalties, but I don't want to sit here for an hour and... what is it? 120 minutes? Like nearly 3 hours, isn't it? Dear me. Right, let's get some predictions in here. Akshay, 3-1 to the Austrians. And JC agrees. This is popular. Look, Bricktop agrees. The first three predictions that came in all said Austria 3, Turkey 1. Guys, you are in luck tonight. Look, Richard is here. He says 1-0 Austria. And my brilliant Blue Monday colleague is going to be joining us at half-time to give my voice a rest and to give his take on the goings-on tonight. The goings-on in the Euros. You can ask Richard about anything. If there's any Ipswich fans, you can ask him about that as well. Obviously, we are in Euro mode here. But yeah, we'll see Rich at half-time. Andrew, he's gone the other way there. 3-1 to the Turks. Dave, there we go. Swinging it back the other way. Austria 3-1. Austria to win the tournament. Dave, mate, get a tenner on that now. You will clean up if Austria can get past whoever's in the other side of the draw. Ewan, 2-0 to the Austrians. James, 1-1. I'm not interested, James. Not in penalties. We don't want it. No one scores the first 4 penalties. Tremendous stuff. Jeff, 2-1 Austria. Adds up to how many points Blues are getting this season by 8. But that's ridiculous, JC. That's quite funny anyway. Carbos, Austria 3, Turkey 2. I'm loving these 4 and 5 goal predictions. Remember, when we're back with Parkin and with Mikey on the predictions in the season, that's a bonus point, that. Any 5 goal predictions, if you get those right, you are in luck. Harrison, it's got the Desmond in there. Sai, all right, pal. Keep an eye on Carlisle. I spoke to you at Wembley. Carlisle v Stockport. Happy days, hey? God, I did 3 playoff finals in 3 days. That was a tiring weekend. Sai says 2-1 to Turkey. There we go. We're going to take some questions and whatnot. The players are now coming out. Who takes over from Gay in England's defence? Anyone think Bellingham is getting to... Jude does seem a bit emotional at the moment, doesn't he? He's right on the edge, bless him. But what a goal he scored the other day. Let us know who comes in for Mark Gay in the quarter-final. England versus Switzerland. Will it be Esri Konza, Joe Gomez, Lewis Dunk, or will Gareth come up with a system that maybe moves Kyle Walker in at centre-back and brings Trent Alexander-Arnold back into the team? We will find out. I'd love to get your views in the chat. Dave, if Willock stays, QPR we're talking here, how important would that be? I don't know. I would have said... Dave, 2 seasons ago, the most vital signing you probably could have made. But, yeah, remains to be seen. You might need a fresh start, that fella, mightn't he? Tom, thoughts on the tournament as a whole? It was really exciting until that last round of group games, wasn't it? And then I think the tournament fell foul of the new rule. By the way, Turkish national anthem, blasting out some great singing from the Turkish stage. And you have to say... And I love having my beard trimmed by the Turkish barbers down in Ampthill. These guys have the best facial hair and the best barbers in the world, the Turks, don't they? Outstanding. And look at that singing. Go on, lads. I love the passion of the Turks. Look at that. You tend not to be able to beat the Italians in national anthem terms, but it looks like the Turks really going for it there. Absolutely tremendous stuff there in the national anthems. Always a favourite bit of mine. We're going to the Austrians now. Austria, the home of classical music and maybe the GOAT. Maybe the greatest musician of all time. Please tell me Mozart was Austrian. Someone fact check me on that. He was definitely Austrian, wasn't he? Is he the GOAT, Mozart? Or is it Beethoven? Or is it Lennon and McCartney? different musics for different needs. But yeah, sorry, going back to Tom's question. It's been a cagey round of 16, hasn't it? But that's tournament football for you. So yeah, maybe the excitement's dropped off from the first couple of days, hasn't it? Let's just say. Right, we're going to be going to kickoff pretty soon. If we can just fire out one more like spike, that would be absolutely wonderful just before we get in, and that gives me a chance to set up the clock. We're on 31 likes, so we can head up towards 50. That would be absolutely tremendous. So let's do another like spike, and then we'll get the clock set up, and we'll hopefully be ready for kickoff after the Austrian national anthem here finishes. You've got 20 seconds. Hit that thumbs up button. Give me the hearts on TikTok, as well as Ralph Rangnick applauds the Austrians' efforts in singing the national anthem. ITV are going to their turbo break. Before kickoff, we're going to a like spike. Hit the thumbs up button. You've got 20 seconds. Away you go. Well, thank you profusely for all of your support and all of the likes. We'll see if we can get up to 50 by half time. That has been a good barometer. Thank you, everybody, for all your support. Interacting just by hitting the like button, commenting, keeping that live chat going. Make sure you subscribe. We've gone over 37,000 subscribers. Please do think about donating if you have got a spare couple of quid that you're just going to spend in Costa anyway. This will always be free, but you can help out massively with a little donation on Super Chat or Super Sticker, or go the whole hog and join all the lads and lasses in the groups. They're on YouTube as YouTube members, or over Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Go and get involved there. We are very close to kickoff here tonight. Let's just say a big hello to Hamza as well, representing Austria tonight. 2-1 to the Austrians. Mozart, neither Austrian or German. He's got to be something, Rich. He was born in Salzburg, which was an independent state of the Catholic Church. How about that, hey? Is that like being born in the Vatican City? As a music man, Ben, who has the best intro, ITV or BBC? Do you know what? I literally walk in here with the sound on mute and turn it on after the show started. I couldn't tell you what the intros were like. You're never going to beat Ness and Dormer and BBC in 1990, are you? But yeah, I'm showing my age and not liking change. And everything was better when I were a lad, wasn't it indeed? Right. Here we go. We are about to kick off. Where are we tonight, lads? Let me get the... Where's the facts? Leipzig Stadium. We are ready to go. That looks like one of the young Turkish wingers there. Remember, representing Real Madrid and Juventus, these Turkish wingers tonight. Fantastic stuff. We're about to kick off. Last round of 16 game. Away we go. Who is going to be the last quarter finalist to be confirmed? They're going to play Netherlands. And, bright start here. Slip straight through. Could be a massively quick chance there as Sabitzer ran through in 15 seconds. Slid behind just a little bit too much on it. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come. In fact, it is. Look, Turkey right up the other end. Sprinting into the box was Yilmaz. Just taken off his toe. Good covering there from Sivold, actually, from central midfield. What a great start. Lively start. I think you're underselling it there, James. Both penalty boxes in the first 40 seconds. How about that? Corner for the Turks. In it goes near post. Oh my goodness, that crossed the line. It's into the net anyhow. And we have an early goal. And Turkey have the lead. I don't know whether it's going to be an own goal or whether the number 3, Demiral, is going to be credited with the goal. It's been a chaotic start. And we have been rewarded with an early goal. Unbelievable. Austria 0, Turkey 1. We are off in the best possible way. Get your thoughts in on that in the chat. I think it's going to be an own goal. I'm sure it crosses. Yeah, definitely. I think it crosses the line. I mean, we'll get the Hawkeye to see if the whole ball goes over. I thought it had gone in and just deflected off the number 5, Posh, the right back. Demiral smashed it into the back of the net anyway. I reckon the analysts are going to give that as an own goal, but we'll find out. This is an amazing game, by the way. Oh, driven in! Oh, my goodness me! And nearly equalised immediately. This outstanding game, this. Baumgartner drives that right-footed. That misses by less than a foot. This will be a good angle. Jesus Christ, look at the keeper's face. He's done. He ain't getting that. Ooh, the cameraman behind the goal as well. What a start to this game. Incredible stuff. I mean, it was terrible defending from the set players. Whipped in underneath the crossbar. Own goal, favourite for the golden boot. Absolutely. What a start. Didn't even get a chance to say hello. Well, here we are. Amazing start to this game. Absolute carnage. And here we go again. Austria down the left-hand side, cross to the back post. They've got to recycle on it. It's headed out to the edge of the box. We're going to get a Turkey counter now. It's hoofed away out for a throw-in. Sensational start to this game. Austria 0, Turkey 1. As things stand, Turkey are going to the quarter-finals. We don't know whether it's an own goal off Posh or whether Demiral's been credited with it on FootMob, but we'll obviously get an official UEFA call when they've seen the Hawkeye as to whether the ball had already crossed the line before it was cleared and he smashed it in. The Austrians are a thrilling watch, aren't they? Literally just pressing and dribbling and driving with the ball every time they get it. Unlike a certain team I could mention, Sabitzer with the back heel down the line. Mwene knocks it back. Sabitzer again. Wanted a free kick, does not get one. Get your comments in on a brilliant start to this game here for the neutral. Is Jonathan Douglas in the chat? To Jonathan Douglas, dearie me. I've been compared to many people, but never good old JD. How about that? Close. Very, very much so. Is Jonathan Douglas still married to the gorgeous Natalie Sawyer from Talk Sport? Who I've had the great honour of being interviewed a couple of times on their show there. Oh, in comes the corner to the near post. Oh, it nearly goes in at the other end. This is insane, this game. Corner was driven in, it like bounces across the ground. Nobody touches it. Goes like through the eye of a needle. Maybe it gets a little deflection. It's a hell of a bit of defending on the back post. I think it's Demiral, the goal scorer, isn't it? How on earth has Baumgartner not just bundled that into the net? I don't believe that hasn't gone in. Demiral doesn't have a clue. Kind of hits his foot, then hits his calf, and more by luck than judgment. It looked like any touch of the ball by anybody on the back post there was going to end up in the back of the net. Mike! Interesting to see who will play Switzerland. Stop it, Mike, in the semi-final. Well, lots of people had Austria going through. Here's the goal again. There's not been a conclusive angle as to whether it already... My first instinct was it went over, but every time this will be good for you. Now, it didn't go over. It's Demiral's goal, isn't it? Not an own goal, in my humble opinion. And another corner to the Austrians. Could this be the game of the tournament? Certainly the first 6 minutes of the game. This is crazy. Don't take your eyes off. It's been sensational first 6 minutes of this game, hasn't it? Could genuinely be 2-2 after 6 minutes, couldn't it? Or 3-1 to Austria. Something ridiculous like that. Not 2-2. I think Turkey have only had one attack, haven't they? And scored from it. Corner to the Austrians. A free header as well. My God. Lienhardt. There's probably been more XG in this game than England have had in the entire tournament, isn't it? Deary me. How is that not a goal? No idea. No idea. I miss you, Ben. Oh, sorry. Going through a divorce. Ivan Toney has been a beast with England. He's going through divorce, or you are, Elliot? If you are, then you have mine and everybody's support in the chat. It went over. Goalie knocked it out from... Well, that was the first thing I thought, but that last view I saw, I don't think it went over the line. We'll get the Hawkeye in a bit. Look, it's kind of a moot point because it's Austria 0, Turkey 1. Just an amazing start to this game. Just blockbuster, non-stop action here. I'm going to do a throat sweep. Sorry if it rattles around a bit. Oh, that may be the worst first touch by anyone in the tournament there. Mwene with a shot for a first touch then. It's going to be a throw in to the Turks. Who? One shot, one goal. And they lead and they're going to the quarterfinals. Although, seems pretty much impossible Austria not going to score in this game, doesn't it? With their mega attacking style. Bardakci to Demiral, the goal scorer. We're thrown to Austria. Taken quickly. Lima of Bayern. Lima goes for the give and go. Cleared away. That'll be a Turkey throw if it goes out. Headed on. Knocked into Sabitzer on the edge of the box and headed clear. And the action is non-stop. Mwene. Lienhardt. Sievald. Danso tries to pierce the defence there. Too much on it. And dare I say, after a completely mental first 6 or 7 minutes, it's just started to calm down now, hasn't it? I say that. Here come the Turks down the right-hand side. Mulder. She's gone back into defence, just calming it down. Güler. Ayhan. Kokshu. Güler. Turkey trying to keep it, but Austria pressing like buggery. Tremendous. Still overdue a Brentford promotion song. Very overdue. When did Brentford get promoted? Like 3 years ago. Slide tackle there. Yellow cards coming out. Foul on Baumgartner. Who's the ref tonight, you lot? Facts. Let's have a look in FootMob. Artur Dias, who is Portuguese. Kokshu is out of the next game. Should the Turks qualify for the quarter-finals. He ain't going to be playing the number 6, excuse me. He's in the book. And it's a free kick to Austria. Sabitzer channeling his inner Ronaldo with his breathing and setup. Let's hope he's a bit more accurate than Ronaldo's been with the set plays. Sabitzer right-footed into the wall. Is it going out for a corner? It's going to hit the flag and go out for a corner, yeah. Demiral, who's a shoo-in for man of the match so far, considering he scored the only goal and made 2 clearances. Another corner for Austria. A load of players treading the old yellow card tightrope, the Paul Gascoigne paradigm. In comes the corner to the back stick. Baumgartner headed it down. Swinging a hit. And it's recycled over to the right. Cross-driven in low. Really good clearance on the near post there by Mulder. Who does he play for? Fenerbahce. 25. He's had a brilliant tournament. It's going to be bids for him, isn't there? The Turkey right back. In goes the throw in long. I bloody love Austria. Great to watch, aren't they? Foul. And it's going to be a Turkey restart. Schmidt is the one penalised, just leaning in. Bench prediction for Switzerland. Elliot, tomorrow we will get them done. We'll get the predictions out tomorrow. That's a Sabitzer hairdo. He's gone for the, I don't even know what you call them. I get done for cultural appropriation if I call them cornrows and they're not cornrows, don't I? Some kind of braids. Look, if you're a pro footballer playing in front of millions on the TV, then you can get away with it, can't you? Doesn't beat Amari Hutchinson's platinum hair for the photo shoot after he signed for Ipswich yesterday. It's my haircut of the week for sure. Mulder gets it back down the right-hand side. He's going to try and go inside his man. Gets a bit of luck. Little lift over into the box. Oh, goodness me. It's cut back. Cleared off the line pretty much. Guler. He hasn't looked... was that Mwene again? Was that the... no, it can't have been. It was Danso in the middle of the box, was it? No, Mwene's the left back. I think he was on the cover. It's looked a little bit sketchy thus far. Did we get an answer to the Mark Gay question? Chat, get on it. Who comes in at centre half? Left-sided centre back for the Three Lions. Ayhan draws the foul there from Arnautovic, who we haven't mentioned at all, have we? First mention. 20 million for Amari. Ipswich shopping in Harrods now rather than the pound shop. It's weird, isn't it? Really weird. Things are getting strange. I'm starting to worry. This could be a case for Mulder and Scully. Like my Welsh accent. Should put Ivan Toney at centre back. Jesus Christ. Wish we had a Stuart Pearce type player in the England team. Well, you'd hope Declan Rice would do that, but he's been a bit quiet this tournament. Ho-hum. Yeah, join in with your predictions tomorrow on the channel. We'll predict who's going to make the semi-finals. We need to know first who the Netherlands are going to be facing. At the moment, it's Turkey. Although that's nicely won by Mwene. Have to give him some praise now. Baumgartner, Sabitzer. Austria push up to halfway. I know what you're all thinking when you see a team push up the pitch every time they get the ball and press and put the opponents on the back foot immediately. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking about England, aren't you? Should be Branthwaite. Well, it's not going to be Branthwaite, is it? Danso. Seevald. Lima. Seevald again. Good build up by Austria. Slid down the line, crossing chance. Not bad ball, that. No one attacking the near post. Arnautovic kind of watching on, really. Lima. Seevald. Danso. Turkey with everyone behind the ball now. Game's got a bit more tournamenty, hasn't it? Is that a word? Tournamenty. It's gone out the other side. Well played, Austria. Muene. Arnautovic. You have to go again. Turkey in a pretty defensive shape, aren't they? You can see they're sort of 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3 shape, because you could throw a blanket over the entire team, couldn't you? Southgate has 3 rabbit's feet and a 64-leaf clover. I don't disagree. You can get some good deals in the pound shop. Yes, you can. Crossed into the back post. Arnautovic recycle. He's going to win a throw-in for Austria. That's what England get for appointing a Middlesbrough manager. Wasn't Steve McLaren would have been a Middlesbrough manager that England appointed as well, wouldn't they? Maybe there is a theme here. Sorry, Borough fans. Muene. Hey, all is forgiven if he wins the damn thing. Don't think he's going to, based on what I've seen so far, but I would love to be wrong about that. Would I? Wouldn't I just? Drive forward from the right-hand side there. We're going to get Turkey counter-attack now. Güler. Oh, beautiful feet. Oh, he shot from way out. Wow. Remember Matt Letizia against Blackburn? Never ever thought you'd see that goal recreated. But the Real Madrid man, the 19-year-old, say man, Real Madrid kid, going for a Letizia-style effort there. You can't have Carrick. I was just going to say, I think a lot of people would take Carrick, wouldn't they? Right now. I'd have Lewis Duncan. Great for the Hail Marys. Mark Gay conversation still going in the chat. Austria 0, Turkey 1. Coming up 20 minutes in this one. A little bit of a calm down after a box office first 7 minutes. You can see Holland as one of the finalists. Yeah, I didn't watch that game, so I'll have a look at the highlights of that one. Lots of praise for the Netherlands' performance in dispatching the Romanians 3-0 in the earlier game today. Ooh, give away on the edge of the box. No, they've won it back. Turkey nearly got badly caught out there. Big switch of play there. Lovely ball. It's open the pitch right up. That ball's always going to be on against a pressing team like Austria. Go over their heads sometimes is what you have to do. But actually, Turkey seem well happy with their lead now, don't they? No great intensity. To be fair, it was always Austria who were giving all the intensity. It was just Turkey broke against it, countered it, and scored with their first attack, didn't they? Foul, very ostentatiously given. by referee Diaz. It's a definite foul, isn't it? Incriminating slow-mo on Lima there. Here's the halfway line shot. Audacious. Horrible technique in the end. He's fallen over into the bargain, but Güler fancied it, didn't he? Yeah, lots of talk about everyone's replaced Gareth Southgate already, talking about the next guy. Again, I think people need to remember that you don't just take someone who's a good club manager and assume they're going to be a good international manager. It's just a completely different job. It's like being able to play an instrument is not the same as being able to write a song. Managing club football is just not the same as international football. So I'm an advocate of stick somebody in there and just leave them there for 10 years, which is not going to be a big household name. So we might get the same issues again. Just hopefully they have a bit more of an adventurous personality than good old Gareth has. Oh, can I get the switch on Turkey here? Mulder, who I'm really enjoying it, right back, well forward again. They've kept hold of it here. Koshku. It's a foul by Posh. He probably thought he'd scored an own goal. I don't think it went over before Demiral put it in. But he's fouled Yilmaz. They dominated Romania. We're talking about the Dutch. Should have been 5-0. Gakpo, standout. Lee Carsley in the frame. There you go. Hope your throat is better or your Welsh impression. Stop it, Sean. Improves. I thought it was an excellent impression. Portuguese Mike Dean in the middle. What's Portuguese for Mike Dean? Can we culturally appropriate his name? In comes a free kick from the Turks. Danso gets a head on it. It's a recycle from Mulder. Corner. He's giving a big un. Giving the big un to the crowd. And Güler is going to take the corner for the Turks. They scored from the last one. Floats it into the near post. Headed away this time for another corner by Linhart. Lionheart. Miguel Dean. Miguel Dinos. Miguel Dina. Ooh, crossed into the near post. It's Demiral up there. I think his other teammate got in his way, didn't he? No, it was his to head. Couldn't get any direction on it. Danso and Lienert jumped with him. Germany manager come from mainly a club house. Wasn't Joachim Low, wasn't he just like in the background, worked his way up and was in the system for like 20 years or something to get them their World Cup win? That's what I want to see happen. Get someone in the system, keep them in there. Need to know the nuances of international football. Helen, legend. Welcome in the chat. Mwene. Done well actually there. Had a pop at him earlier in the game. He's played well since then. Happy to be proven wrong always. Lovely ball down the line actually. Outside of the right foot from the left back. Who saw that coming? Eat my words. Sabitzer crosses right footed. Arnautovic prods it down. I'm going to say it now. So he makes me my words. They've not got much presence up front with Arnautovic, have they, Austria? That feels like the kind of slowest part of their team. Here come the Turks. Into the box. Crossed. Oh, he was completely open on the back post. Yildiz. And the cross was behind him. Easy header if it was in front of him. Crossed in again. Much better delivery the second time, but much more difficult one. Throw in Turkey. Is Southgate too set in his ways? Probably. Have the clicks re-emerged in the team? Possibly. What I will say is, I, as an Ipswich Town fan, witnessed Mick McCarthy basically make his team turn inwards against the fans and the press. And it was all a bit awkward and everything got very defensive on both sides and not a nice time. And some of the comments I'm hearing from the England players, it feels a little bit like that with England now, that Gareth's trying to make siege mentality. But what that does is that turns the players against everyone. And they use it as fuel. Arnautovic, ooh, nice idea there with the cross. Really difficult one, trying to bend it in behind. Gathered in the end. And welcome. Nice to see you, fella. Geordie. How are you, the lads? Get in there. Bit of a boring and uneventful start to this. Well, the first 10 minutes had more action than probably the last 3 games in the tournament, if you take the Dutch one out of it. The 0-0 Portugal and the France one and the England one. Has chilled out a little bit since then. Cockshoe. Yilmaz out on the left wing. Little knock inside. Goulet. He's a baller, isn't he? I love the swagger he plays with. It's probably why he plays for Real Madrid, right? Be interested to know his background. Here's Mulder, the excellent right back. It's knocked back into Ahan. Switch the cross over to the left-hand side. It's going to be a Turkey throw-in. 28 gone. As a start, England management might try playing people in the position that earned them the call-up. Nah. Terrible idea, Sean. Don't want to do that, do you? Yeah, your sarcasm came through, Hamza. The ... sealed it at the end. I feel you, mate. Ahan. Big switch of play there. Yüksek knocked it all the way out onto the wing, where Kadioglu was waiting, the left back. He's drawn the foul. Turkey are gaining some sense of control here, aren't they? Just in terms of keeping the ball and stopping the relentless kind of Portuguese, Jesus Christ, Austrian pressing. Turkey building out from the back. Again, Yüksek. These midfielders prepared to drop in between the centre-backs. Trying to progress it down the left-hand side. Yilmaz runs it out of play. It's going to be an Austrian throw. Half hour up. 54-46 on the possession in the Austrians' favour. Remember, that was as high as 70% early in the game. 4 shots to 3 in the Austrians' favours. XG, though, 0.26 Austria, 0.54 Turkey. And, of course, that most vital of stats, Austria 0 goals. Turkey 1 goal. People always like to tell me it's the only stat that matters. I don't agree with that. I think it's the most important one, but not the only one that matters. Big distinction that, but yeah, we got to be careful not to disappear down the stats rabbit hole. Look forward to Yilmaz. Dominic on TikTok. Hi, mate. Love your YouTube Championship channel. Thank you, Dominic. Great to have you here. You can watch up there on TikTok as well, if that's your platform. You won't see all the lovely comments I put up from YouTube, but a little bit of a different view. I believe you don't get the 7-second delay as well on TikTok. Danso. Austria. Got to chase this game now. They were really good in the first 10-15 minutes, but it's Turkey's game now, isn't it? In my opinion. Alistair, I like Austria to keep the ball a bit more. Does seem a bit frantic, doesn't it? Dominic, who am I tipping next year to go up? Ooh. I need to give that a lot of thought. We'll do our 1 to 24s probably be at the start of August, actually, because it's not until, I believe, the 10th of August until we really get going, is it? Here comes Mwene. Sabitzer, bit of space. Sabitzer hits the shot right footed. It's blocked. That could have deflected anywhere, couldn't it? Off Demiral. Hoiked clear. So I just got to verify myself on TikTok again, or it's going to shut me out. There you go. Austria getting a little bit more possession. There you go. Leeds, Norwich, Luton, says Dominic. And TikTok. Any advance on that? Let me know. Here's Danso. And the ball is back with Pence. He goes long. It's knocked down to Sabitzer, who drives forward off the left-hand side. Arnautovic. Sabitzer, nice little step over. Lyman knocks it off. Cross goes in, headed away by the Turks. Gonna get a counter going. Goulet, even with his skills, he can't quite escape 3 Austrian players pressing him at once there. Which is kind of their gimmick, isn't it? The Austrians. But actually, back to Demiral, who just boots it away. And the ball goes out and into the Austrian dugout. In fact, not Coventry, says Ant. I think Coventry might have quite a good season, mightn't they? Although I think Ant may be allowing his tribal allegiances there to make up his mind in that decision. Do I think Somerville will stay, at least? Don't know. Really don't know. I suppose they put themselves in a good position, Leeds United. By selling Gray now, they can probably, wait for really good offers and only sell a couple of these other lads if and when they want to. You'd hope that'd be the case for their sake. Danso at the back for Austria. Turkey again pushed back. Everyone behind the ball. Everyone in the Turkish half. And we have had these spells of Turkey. If you look at the wide shot there, Folded into a 5, actually. Who's dropped a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3? Who's 22? Yeah. Ahan, one of the central midfielders, literally goes in at centre-back, doesn't he? Interesting tactical wrinkle, that. Ball goes into the box. Turkey clear. Kokshu. Austria win it back. Seval. Cross coming in from the right is cleared. Turkey, ooh. You try and counter there, Goulet. If he played that round the corner, it's probably a 2v2 on the way. Baumgartner trying to get down the right. Turkey trying to defend it. Poch wins it. Throw in for the Austrian. There you go. There's a top 6 for you. Nice. 3 of the 4 playoff teams there, Dave, from season before last, right? Ball's bouncing about the box. Anthems tries to get on the end of it. Sabitzer was trying to head it as well. Just from a long throw in. Danso got the flick. Kind of second in all the duels there. Yellow card has just come out. Schmidt, who's playing on the right wing. I think that might be a second foul on Kadioglu, the Turkey left back. And he's gone in the book. Kokshu already in there, the Turk. So that's 1-1 on bookings now. I didn't see a miss his next match come up. Here comes the left back though again, Kadioglu. He's been sold horribly short there, and this should be an Austrian break. Bad mistake there. Oh, Sabitzer bounces off him. They've got the bounce there with Baumgartner. He wanted a foul, not given. If they can counter-attack this, it's a nice scene. Turkey don't move it quick enough. It's out on the right wing with Yilmaz. Bit more of a chess game now. This one. Alistair, how many of the Ipswich players will make the step up to Premier League level? Hopefully a few of them. You'd imagine there's going to be, by the look of it, a fair few signings as well. Hopefully get that Premier League experience as well. Demiral, the goal scorer, fizzes that into the excellent Goulet, who looks a real player, doesn't he? The 19-year-old from Real Madrid. Of course he would, wouldn't he? I mean, for God's sakes. This is nicely worked by Turkey. Kadioglu on the left wing tries to chip it into Yilmaz. Little bit too clever for their own good there, I've got to say. Could have just worked that round the outside, round the outside, round the outside, couldn't they? Throw in, Turkey, who lead 1-0. Early goal in this game. So we come up 40 minutes on the clock. Crossing position there down the left. Mulder. Ahan getting forward. He's been in the centre-back position when they've been defending. Now he's up the pitch. Comes in off the right. Kadioglu. Mulder. Kadioglu again. Left back crosses from the right with the right foot. Foul on the back stick. Nothing doing. If Leeds spend money on a genuine striker, we will get promoted, Sean. You're saying Daniel Farker needs his new Teemu Pukki. I suppose having a goal machine always helps, doesn't it, eh? Everyone wants one of them. It's going to be a restart then for the Austrians, taken short. You hear from my man Rich at half time. Get his take on goings on. Sabitzer, a little knock round the corner. Oh, Baumgartner's done really well. That's going to be a yellow card, isn't it? Clear tactical foul there by Yuksek. He knew exactly what he was doing. And he also misses the next game if indeed Turkey get through. Very clear tactical foul, wasn't it? We don't like those. And referee Diaz didn't like those as well. Big Danso's coming up from the back for this free kick. Is it going in the box? Yes. In it goes. Big header clear. Who was that Turkish centre-back who used to play for Aston Villa? Absolute unit. Really good player, actually. Doesn't beat Tugay, who used to play for Blackburn, who's genuinely one of the best midfielders I have ever seen. Live and in the flesh. Nice play by Baumgartner, who loves a dribble. He's giving it away this time, though. Nice switch play by Mulder, or out to Mulder, rather, who I like very much, the right back. As soon as I say that, he plays a pretty flaky ball into the front, and Austria can come away. Alpay, yes. Love it. Lienert, Danso. Danso's hit a big diag there, looking for Muen, who gallantly tries to control that, falls on his arse, and it's a goal kick. Sounds like I'm mocking him there, but it was a gallant effort. Effort, hell boy. Come from Suffolk. Effin and Jeffin. Goal kick. Turkey. This one's going long. From Gunyok. Maybe a foul again. This one on Yilmaz. 3 yellow cards in the game already. Mwede, yeah, Yilmaz just got their first shield. It's clever play, isn't it? Draws the foul. Looks painful one. Ben going through the accents. I mean, you've got to admit, you're spoilt here, Dave, aren't you? For you to get such comedy prowess and brilliant accents. I'm like a cross between Steve Coogan and Rob Brydon with my accents. How about that? Used to watch that Villa team in my uni days. Happy days. Sunday, Monday, happy days. What's the next lyric? It's a joke. Free kick then. To Turkey. That was brilliant. There was a signal in the box that was that. Do you remember in Team America where Gary had to give the signal to stop the terrorists or to alert the... And that was the signal. Just wave his hands. That was it. America. He comes across from the left-hand side. Decent enough ball. Yilmaz, excuse me. Couldn't get a touch on it. America. Freedom isn't free. What a film. Always fade out on a montage. Even Rocky had a montage. Austria trying to pierce through the middle there, and this is going to be a Turkish counter again, which is the pattern. Turkey are going to make a big chance on the counter at some point. 1 minute stoppage time, by the way. We've only got 10 seconds of it left. Time flies when you're watching Austria, doesn't it? Oh, when it goes to the near post. It's actually missed there by Bardakci. Baumgartner didn't know a lot about it in the middle. Just kind of bounces off him in the end, and it's actually quite a good chance. He didn't know he was going to get it, did he? Ronnie Barker cannot be beaten in terms of... Have you not heard my Ringo Starr impression? I think you'll find that beats any impression. It's half-time. Austria 0. Turkey 1. Rich is going to join us at half-time. Fascinating game, this one. Incredible sprint start out of the blocks. Craziness. Could have been like 4 goals in the first 6 minutes. We got one after 40 seconds or something of that nature from Demiral. A minute 1 goal. You love to see it. Let's try and get the numbers up if I can share the screen adequately. You get me your views in at half time. We just press all the wrong buttons in all the right places. All the right, that in all the right places. Don't know words. 52-48 on the possession in Austria's favour. As I say, that was as high as 70 at one point. So Turkey have wrestled control after an interesting first 10-15 minutes. XG 0.54. Most of that will be the goal, though, won't it? Yeah, look, 0.32 of that is the goal. 0 shots on target, interestingly, for Austria. So as much as they're kind of good on the eye test, Austria, 0 shots on target isn't necessarily the one, is it? Have we got one of those attack momentum graphs? Where can I find one of them? There we go. That tells you a lot about Turkey's efforts to control this game. Kind of sat back, haven't they? But I do have to say, even though that momentum graph, where does that... We've got the first black blob. 21 to 26 minutes, most of the 20s. But I think Turkey had fairly decent control at times, just kind of, you know, sitting in and keeping the ball, didn't they? Let's bring Rich in, and we'll get his take on Austria v Turkey and anything else. See how many wrong buttons I can press here. Let's do that, and then we're going all in, Rich. Let's remove the vector. There we go. Give the
that's my Team America wave.
Gary, I got the joke, Rich. Actually, are you enjoying Austria v Turkey, Rich?
Yeah, the knockouts are much better than the groups, aren't they? It's
a bit of a lull in the middle, wasn't there? But yeah, the end of the groups was a bit crap, wasn't it?
They were, and that start, they were never going to sustain that first 10 minutes, were they? But yeah, I've really enjoyed it, and it's weird now they have something to lose. They're actually going for it, and the fact that there are, I think I read, this might be incorrect, of the 2 squads, I think there are 13 players on that yellow card tightrope.
Really?
And they're still going for it, aren't they? I think didn't Turkey have a pretty balmy game with Czechia? I think that might have been, or is it Austria who had that game? Either way,
it was Turkey, wasn't it? Yeah.
I think there's 13 players, I think, and 2 of them have already got a suspension, haven't they? Missed the next game. So fair play for both teams for going for it. I have to say, I hadn't spotted that Martinez is the Portuguese coach. Vincenzo Montella is the Turkish coach. And I have to say they've played it really well, haven't they? This, and I've kind of got
helps when you score after 40 seconds, doesn't it?
It does help, but and now they've got something to hold on to. But actually, they've gone forward at the right times. I don't know about you. I've got the foot mob formation up. It reckons it's a 4-3-3. I think they're a back 5 at times. Turkey.
The number 22, when they haven't got the ball, literally went and played centre back, and it's like a 5-4-1 then. isn't it? When they
Yeah.
haven't got the ball.
So
So
I think Montella's
typical Italian, yeah.
managing it really well, I think. And
I wonder if they'd done that if they were at 0-0. They probably would have, knowing this tournament, wouldn't they?
mate, yeah, keep it tight, play for extra time and penalties. But I like Mulder, I like Demiral. I think there's some good players in there in that Turkish back line, and I mean Austria aren't out of it, are they? But Arnautovic is playing. I've not heard his name mentioned at all. It's
Yeah,
mainly
it's a bit weird because you look at the rest of that, like the entire centre of that team running around, pressing the hell out of everything, and he's kind of a bit 35 and static and surly up top, isn't he? So I think they're a little bit lacking up there. But what I will say about Austria is that almost guarantee you there's going to be another goal, and because they tend to go if they're still 1-0 down, they're going to throw that absolute kitchen sink, and then Turkey will score if Austria don't. It's
really nicely
fun,
voiced, isn't it? Yeah, and much better than England, isn't it? You said it at the start, like the first 10 minutes, I think highest number of chances or XG compared to the aggregate of England's 4 games so far in the tournament. So it's great to have some entertainment.
It's straightforward, isn't it? That if you play at pace throughout a game, your opponent will retreat, and then you'll be playing, instead of like England do, from 10 metres from their goal and just get stuck for like an hour of the game, not being able to get out from there, which is absurd. Your opponents have to retreat if they know you're going to be playing at pace and pressing up the pitch. And that was just obvious from, Austria's first 5 minutes. But, I mean, you can flip the conversation to England, and it's just frustrating because, I mean, if you're looking at Red Bull Leipzig as Freiburg players and German, okay, there's a Bayern Munich player in there, but they didn't win a title, did they? But it is frustrating, isn't it, when you see perhaps lesser players being more adventurous, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's philosophy, isn't it? There's not a huge amount of coaching that an international manager can do. It's how you set your team up and the instructions you give them and the freedom that you give them. And you just wonder whether all that, when the England players kind of come together, the sensibility is, let's not be too risky, chaps, And actually, at this point, England fans just want to be entertained. I think if we go out to Switzerland and it's a 4-3, you'd much rather that than a 1-0, and that's the kind of fear, isn't it, that we were going to regress back to how we were for 90 minutes against Slovakia.
I think he's got it in his head that he doesn't want to lose and be, quote, naive. I think he's got it in his head that tournament football's pragmatic and you have to be good at set plays and penalties to win a tournament, and teams ease into a tournament. And he seems to have completely, Southgate, studied history like down to a T, to the extent that he's not looking at what's kind of in front of his face right now. Do you get that impression that he doesn't want to be proved wrong about his philosophy? Like everyone would say about, I mean, Keegan was obviously too attacking. We get that, but so was Hoddle probably in the end, but it was bloody brilliant to watch, wasn't it? But I think he doesn't want that at all costs.
The frustrating thing as well is we are now at a point in our history where we actually can rival most teams internationally with the caliber of players that we have. We've obviously, it took a long time to reset, a lot of work, investment by the FA, not all of it great, but we now have the point where we've got the top scorer in Germany, the top scorer in Spain, arguably the highest prospect player in world football. And they just kind of feel like they're being held back a little bit. And I think you're right. I think Southgate, the context is always important for him. I think he can say, "Well, look at Italy, guys. We got through the group." And there was a clip doing the rounds on Twitter of Sir Bobby Robson talking about 1990 and just scraping through the groups. The groups don't matter as long as you qualify, and there's some truth in that. But once you're in the knockouts, you want to see a performance, and we didn't get that, did we? And what was worse, Ben, on Sunday was the fact we got the lead and immediately sat right back again, didn't we? And fall back into our old habits. So
to be fair, you make a fair point, that happens to everybody in extra time, though, doesn't it? You could get
yeah,
Brazil 2002, and
but it was like a
all of a
switch
sudden
was
they'd be
flipped.
defending. I know
Again,
what you mean. I know
maybe
what you mean. I'm
we're
playing devil's
spoiled a little
advocate.
bit again with Ipswich. Like you get a goal in front, you go for the second one rather than sitting back. Of course, you can't sustain that over a whole half and a whole game, but it does feel like it's very quick for England and Southgate. And there's a defender there, isn't there? That sensibility of a defender, protect what you have, kind of thing, and it's human nature as well. But it'd be good to take the game to the Swiss, wouldn't it? Because that's going to be a step up in quality, and it'd just be good to be entertained a little bit. But it's win it, isn't
mental
it?
though, because if you said the draw's going to work out this way, you got Switzerland, and you might have to. Netherlands start to look good now, don't you? You might have to play Netherlands in the semi-final. Everyone would have been like, "Okay, brilliant. We've missed France, Spain, Portugal, and Germany." But you're kind of looking at it thinking, "Ooh, gonna get a good game off the Swiss." Rich, let me just bring the bracket up, and you can give me your thoughts. So, I mean, England, Switzerland, forget that for a second. This one at the moment is Netherlands, Turkey. So, as much as you're right that Montella is playing this well, probably got Netherlands in the semi-final. Then on the other side, God knows what. Maybe Spain and France, but with this tournament, they could both go to extra time. There could be no goals in either of them, and they could both be penalties. What are you thinking about the semis?
The eye-watering one, mouth-watering one is Spain, Germany. Obviously, that home advantage.
England, Switzerland will be the eye-watering one. Don't worry about that.
Yeah, that'll be the tears. Yeah, I mean boredom. Spain technically excellent, of course. Maybe not what they were a few years ago, but and Germany, I think
that's a high bar.
But there was of course, yeah. I mean, there was a moment on Saturday in the Germany game where you kind of felt like they were on the ropes a little bit, and I had some real optimism there, and then they just did what Germany do. But that's a really exciting game, and but yeah, that side of the draw looks very much like to me, it's a Germany-France semi-final, I think, on that side.
Interesting.
And yeah, I'm not going to predict what we'll do, but yeah, Netherlands, I think, are a good call. And the trouble is, Netherlands is it's kind of similar to Belgium. Like on paper, this team should be excellent, and they haven't won it in years. I'm trying to remember. Was it
88?
Is it? Didn't they? Maybe I'm getting confused, but it's been a while, isn't it?
Yeah, Netherlands. I think the only thing they've ever won was '88 with Van Basten, Rijkaard, Hullet. We obviously say Muren as Ipswich fans, don't we? But yeah, they got to the two finals, didn't they, in '74 and '78, and never lost to the Germans in Germany and the Argentinians in Argentina. So I think they were a bit unlucky, the Cruyff teams in the '70s. But yeah. What are you gonna do, Rich? Where are we? We're on the last ad break. Do you have a prediction for me for the second half of this one before we take it to the chat?
I think what you suggested is a fair shout. I think Turkey will keep it tight, won't they? And I think they need to get a second goal. If they don't, then I think Austria are going to just. I think 70 minutes. I think Austria go for it, and they Rangnick goes for it, and they shooting from all over the place.
Will there be a red card? Or extra time. Tell me there won't be extra time. I
can't say that.
I bloody hate extra time.
I know. I mean, hopefully we go into extra time on the back of a 3-3 game. That would be great, wouldn't it? But yeah, I think it might be a bit squeaky bum towards the end of the game, and maybe they'll do in England and leave it late, but get the goal in normal time, not have to wait for extra time to start. So I think Austria's still favourites, but Turkey playing it really well. So yeah, really nicely poised, really interesting game.
Nice one, Rich. Have we got anything to plug over on Blue Monday? I think it might be worth plugging the rewind shows and the preview shows for the new season, because we'll probably pull in some Premier League fans, if you don't mind.
Yeah, well, we're always we try to be even-handed and balanced and fair. We always give a pretty thorough preview. It's going to be much more easy to do that with all the intel on Premier League, and it's a lot more common, but we'll try and find angles to things, and similarly it's been a 22-year gap for us in the top flight, and I think we'll try and find a way to mark that by looking back as well as forward. So plenty of stuff, and a really great show with Ben and a couple of our guys last night, looking at the 2 signings we made and our departure of our goalkeeper, who I'm not sure has found his.
That'd be a good pickup. We've got loads of championship fans.
So if you're looking for a keeper, championship,
someone,
yeah, Václav Klacky. Get used to him coming out of his box and passing it, guys. Not for the faint-hearted, but yeah, plenty of stuff at Blue Mondays. So come and give us a follow.
Just quickly, Rich, I'm going to say it. I'd have Ralph Rangnick as England manager. He's making a double sub.
Love it. Love it.
He doesn't care, does he?
Don't I wonder
who's coming on? Grigorich and
surely Arnautovic is coming off. Surely.
No. He's captain, mate. He's out there. He's going to do 65 minutes and then they'll pull him out. Who is the 8? Alexander Prass. So still no Andy Weimann or Max Verber, who we're familiar with in English football, but double sub for the Austrians. Do you remember when Val Ismail was Barnsley manager? It'd be like, right, sprint for the next 45 minutes. I'm going to sub you. You come on, sprint now for another 45 minutes. Tremendous stuff.
Go for it. Go for it. Don't hold back.
Rich, thank you so much for joining us. Will we see you over the weekend for any of the semis if you're around?
Sure, yeah. And hopefully I'll have more interesting things to say. It's difficult when I don't know any of the players, but I can say what I see. And we can talk. We're
low on English football players.
We'll do song lyrics and Team America quotes in the second half in the chat. So, I should be around Friday and maybe Saturday as well. So, yeah, well, hopefully get involved.
At Ipswich on Twitter and obviously on the Blue Monday podcast as well. Rich, let me just do this first so I do it right. There we go. I'm going to bid you farewell. You dive down there and we'll see you very soon. Take care, mate.
Cheers all.
Right. Big thank you to Rich as ever. We're about to kick off the second half and I'm just about on time with the clock there. I think I got that right. Let me just full screen that YouTube clip. Thank you for your comments. Keeping on coming in. It's Austria 0, Turkey 1. Let me know how you see this one playing out. Can Turkey see it out as a 1-0? Are Austria just guaranteed to score in this game, given how aggressive they are in their kind of attacking and their pressing? Could we get the draw and the extra time? I'm not up for that, but then again, I never am. Not a school night. Anyway, every night's a school night when you've got a 2-year-old, isn't it? Right, how are we doing for likes as well? We're into the second half, excuse me. Let me just see how we're doing for likes. We're over 50, but I'd love to go to a like spike if we can early in the second half. Hit the thumbs up button. You've got 20 seconds. Away you go. Wow. Chance during the like spike there. We had a goal during a like spike once in an EFL game, didn't we? Played down the right-hand side for the Austrians. It went out. I don't think it would have stood. Yeah, definitely went out. Baumgartner put the cross in. And it was just not wide of the post. So I don't think it would have stood. But Grigorich, the substitute, just rolled it wide of the post on the volley. Who went out? Mwene and Schmidt replaced for Grigorich and Prass, who are into the game now for the Austrians. Arnautovic lobs that up in the air and it's hoofed clear by Turkey. And now you do start to do the countdown, don't you? Turkey, 42 minutes and a half from the quarterfinals. They'll have a couple of players suspended, but they won't care. They'll be very happy to be in a quarterfinal against Netherlands. Offside flag is up. Marlon, how am I feeling about the Premier League? Just going to enjoy it, man. It's been a long time. Take a few pastings, I'm sure, and try and enjoy the ride if possible. How is my daughter 2 already? Mate, time waits for no man or little girl. indeed either, Ian. Here is Posh, the right back for Austria. Now it's Turkey doing some mad pressing with Kokshu sprinting out and closing down. Austria have played through, trying to get down the left. It's a good move, this. Dived in there, moulded a right back who we like. Headed away though, just gets bailed out by Demiral, the goal scorer, the centre back. Turkey set up well to defend, and that has rolled out of play. Well defended there by Yilmaz. It's a nice bit of skill, actually. I said it was a mistake by Sabitzer. Just to slide round his man and get that attack going on the left wing. That jingle I would expect on 2000s telly. It's my era, man. Kadioglu. Knocked down the line. Ooh, switch of play was on then. Bit of a weak ball, and Austria are gonna clear it. High foot there by Arnautovic. No, not given. Low head. Arnautovic has got it back. That is a brilliant pass by Arnautovic to Posh. Real bit of quality there. Crossed in by Posh. The header is won by the substitute Gregoric. He says, why weren't you on the end of that header down? There's a rubbish header down, that was why. Ranjic's got his hat on. Hip, 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 hooray for the second half. As the rain comes down in Leipzig, and we're up 50 minutes on the clock. Thank you for all your likes, by the way, during the like spike, where we nearly got caught out, didn't we, with a big chance. 61 likes. Greatly appreciated. Your support has been fantastic all tournament. So have Austria been fantastic all tournament, but they're going home as things stand. Posh, though, the right back, slides it through. Huge chance, Arnautovic. What a good save. I think he's onside. It's a great save. Point blank, Gunok. He didn't look that decisive. Hasn't looked that decisive in anything tonight, Arnautovic. You really want him to just pull the trigger, don't you? Hit that as early as you can. Any kind of muggy contact, bobbling in either of the corners, is a goal. He waits, smacks it really cleanly, but straight at the keeper who he'd allowed to just get out. Even the toe poke, early, goes through the legs of the keeper. Probably, doesn't it? Great move and great save. Have a look at the replay. Keeper did his job there, didn't he? I wonder if Arnautovic looked like the favourite in that instance though, didn't he? Baumgartner down the right. Blocked out by Bardakci, who does well, the Galatasaray centre half. Oh, well worked by Turkey. There's a block there on Güler. I think a yellow card is coming out from referee Diaz, who is very bombastic in his body language, isn't he? It's Leinart who's gone in the book. Little bit of American football, NFL block in there. Throw into Austria. Excellent throw in as well. Into the centre of the pitch for Lima, who's driving forward. Lima's done brilliantly. What a run. Lima hits the shot wide of the post. It's a goal kick. Tremendous run. We still haven't seen that Arnautovic 1v1. Good defending by Demiral. He's kind of running out of legs as he's gone through. Maybe I'm being a bit harsh on Arnautovic. The keeper was out and down his throat immediately, wasn't he? Marlon, surprised Ipswich let go of the keeper. Maybe going for the Burnley keeper now. Would not be surprised. Yeah, would not be surprised at all. Ooh. Slid down the left-hand side there for Yildiz. Turkey couldn't quite get in behind. So many foul throws. Love a foul throw. Everyone's got one at their club, haven't they? Some, or many of them actually, who sit on the touchline and all they do is complain about where throw-ins are taken. Point this way or that way. Actually, they don't complain when it's the team they support. Classic. See him on TV every game. Ooh. Baumgartner in down the right-hand side. Headed clear. It's fallen to the right-back post. Oh, what a good chance. What a poor finish. You just had to angle that in the far corner. Oh, dear. Yeah, you're right, Alistair. The lack of final product will cost them. That, I think, was best chance of the game, wasn't it? Look, stands up. Shape that in the far corner. Easy goal. Completely shanks it, doesn't he, towards the near post. Dear oh me. In comes the corner from Sabitzer. Wild clearance on the near post there. Well, it looks like the corner had already bent out. And I have the great moaners behind me who moan about... I must admit, I did have the pleasure of having Ant's seat for a game last season, and Leicester were top of the league, miles clear, and there was a fair bit of moaning, I have to say. But hey, you pay your money, you're entitled to your opinion, aren't you? However silly it might be. Woo! Excuse me. No extra time, please. A big no. Dawn Penn. You don't... Oh, slid through now. Huge chance. Arnautovic in the clear. Dinks. He's got to be offside this time, hasn't he? The flag is indeed up. He's miles offside. Dinked it round the post. And Turkey restart. Austria just getting a bit of pressure on now, aren't they? Right through the middle. Although that was how they were attacking in the first 15 minutes, weren't they? Just running right at the heart of the Turkish defence. My dad calls them the Chuckle Brothers. To me, to you. Big Diag. Demirel wins the header. He's going to be man of the match if it stays 1-0, isn't he? Oh, nice little skip by Kadioglu. Driving forward into the box, the left back. It's a great run. Kadioglu hits the shot. Not very cultured. Again, a fullback getting the chance there. Can he open up his body and curl that around? Danso, he just blasted it straight at him, didn't he? Muric and Trafford both look good. Kaminsky too, maybe even Palmer. Interesting, yeah. Because Luton fancied Christian Walton last season. So if they wanted Kaminsky, you know the deal that would be suggested, don't you? But actually, knocks that one down the channel. Nice flick on. Third man run from Kokshu. And they win the throw-in. Lionheart, who's recently gone into the book, shepherds that one away. And out of the game goes the captain, Yüksek, who was on a yellow card and would miss the quarter-final against Netherlands if the Turks get through. Who came in, guys? I bloody missed it, didn't I? Ozcan of Dortmund, I believe, is in central midfield. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. Austria 0, Turkey 1. as we come up the hour mark and time ticketh down for the Austrians, who everybody have loved at this tournament, but it's the end of the road now. The Turks are going through as things stand. Yilmaz holds it up in the corner. He's battling away. Didn't look like a foul. That should be a corner, I think. Well played, Yilmaz, if it is. Yeah, look at those Turkish fans behind the goal. They really appreciate that from the Galatasaray winger. It was a set play they scored from in 40 seconds. Bardakci's up. I'm guessing Demiral, the goal scorer, is up as well. And I'm guessing Güler is going to take it. And it comes left-footed. Oh, they've done it again. Exactly the same. Güler with the corner. Headed in by Demiral. And Turkey are going to the quarter-finals. The centre-backs on a hat-trick. Turkey are 2-0 up. And get your reactions into a second goal for Turkey. Austria 0, Turkey 2. Well, I said he was a shoo-in for man of the match, didn't I? At 1-0, he's on a hat-trick now, Demiral. Just too good for them in the air, wasn't it? It's a great delivery. Oh, great header, isn't it? Bigger leap, bigger power. Take a bow. Demiral. A second goal for the centre-back. Tremendous, tremendous work. Your thoughts in the comments. Austria 0, Turkey 2. It's Turkey's to lose now in Leipzig. Four attempts as well, 2 goals. Look out for Turkey on the set plays. Austria doing their best Leeds impression. Maybe so. Couldn't miss that great corner. It's a great leap though, Rich, isn't it? It's a standing jump against Danso, who's an absolute bloody unit as well, isn't it? And brilliant leap. Great set play as well from Güler. He didn't get the assist for the first one because it bounced about, but he gets it for the second one. Well done, Turkey. Scored plenty of goals in the tournament. A 3, a 3, a 2, and a 2 now, I think. Probably top scorers, aren't they? Although the Germans got 5, didn't they, against the Scots. Austria 0, Turkey 2. We're past the hour mark. And Austria are cooked unless they score the next goal pretty quickly. What club team does he play for? I'm assuming you mean Demiral. I think he plays in Saudi. Al Ahly. He's having a lovely payday in Saudi Arabia, I reckon. And he's having a lovely old time today. He's on a hat-trick. Or are you talking about the corner taker? Because he plays for Real Madrid. Go figure. Güler. Slid into the front. Just turned over. And there's going to be Turkey counter-attacks of plenty now. Left back's carried the ball nicely, hasn't he, Kadioglu? Foul given there against Güler. Was that unfair contact? Yeah, it probably was, wasn't it? You'll be careful, Lineart. I wonder if he'd already been booked. Or hadn't already been booked, indeed. Whether he would have gone in the book for that one. Alas, no. Turkey are sending the big lads forward again. Austria are saying, hurry up. But it's a trick that's worked twice, the Turkish set plays, hasn't it? They don't need a third goal. Wouldn't do any harm, would it? Yilmaz runs over it. Free kick goes short, actually. This is off the training pitch. It's going to go to the back stick now in the end. It's nicely worked. Final delivery wasn't on point, but the idea was certainly well rehearsed. And off the training, oh, they've given it away again, Austria. They've gone quite loose now, haven't they, the Austrians? Knocked back to the edge of the box. Referee was in the way there of Ayhan. Left back's been excellent this half, hasn't he? Kadioglu. I think Yilmaz, is he not going to be whistled for that? No foul. They've let it go. Looked like he caught his man there for sure. Nothing doing. Pouring down with rain by the look of it in Leipzig. As we come up 64 minutes. Grilic and Verba are coming on. Yeah, he's taking the centre-half out, who's a walking red card risk at the moment, isn't he? Liner out and Lima out. Grilic and Verba in. Verba obviously formerly of Leeds. He'll go and play at centre-back. Florian Grilic will be further forward. Hoffenheim player. Loads of fouls in this half. Little bit messy. And the conditions are going to make this just a real battle now for the Turks to just see it over the line. Might not be good for us watching, I have to say, but you'd think just play the dark arts and get this one done. It's not going to be nice conditions to go out and chase a game for Austria. So if you can just stop it, stop things happening, you know what I'm saying, don't you? Then that's what you do as in terms of Turkish tactics. Amazon UPS, your boys have taken a beating tonight. The world hasn't seen a better delivery service than Arda Kula. I've got to admit, he's been the difference with his set plays, hasn't he? The young Real Madrid number 8 for Turkey. It's a corner, by the way, to the Austrians. "12 appearances, 6 goals as well for Real Madrid. Give you a bit of a star, that lad. Oh, and they've got one back from the set players. Flicked on the near post and finished off by one of the many subs there. Gregoric on the left foot. It's a nice controlled finish in the wind, in the rain from the set play. And Turkey have let one go. It is Austria 1, Turkey 2. Are they back in it? What about that? Set plays, everybody. He's well onside because the guy on the front post stays in there, doesn't he? Keeper's got no chance, has he? Gregoric sweeps it neatly into the net with his left foot. And all of those people giving me 2-2s and 3-3s and 3-2s are going to be I told you so in, aren't they? It's 2-1. And Austria got nothing to lose here. They may as well keep going for it. 3 set plays, 3 goals. Bring on the carnage. 2-1. 23 to go of normal time. I love football. Don't want extra time, I have to say. Game on. Absolutely. And you get the impression Austria are going to be like a momentum team and probably capable of scoring a couple back-to-back when they're on top, aren't they? Bosch. Danso. Now, are Turkey going to do in England and get really deep and put pressure on themselves? We will indeed find out. Oh, crossed in again to Grilic. Was he onside? Tried to get the neck muscles on that. Angle the header backwards. Really hard chance that. I think he was onside. Didn't see a flag going up. Kadioglu, who's had a good second half, the left back for Turkey. Turkey got good fullbacks, haven't they? With Kadioglu and Mulder. Here's the star man though, Güler. Of course, as soon as I say that, dribbles it out of play. Plenty of time left. You mean for this to be sorted before the need for extra time, Sean, I hope. Turkish backline creaking a bit. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Creaking under the pressure. Under pressure. Ding-a-ding-ding. Ding-ding-ding-ding-ding-ding. Bing, bing. It's the terror of knowing what this world is about. David Bowie sounds exactly like that. Exactly like that. Don't argue. Baumgartner down the right. Crosses in, headed away. Güler. Just kicked the bottom of a high foot there. Yeah, referee's pulled it up. It's coming round the side of him. Grilic. And it's a free kick. You see, I will get a copyright strike for that, Ant, because it was so accurate that the publisher's Shazam technology is going to catch me on that. Let me out. Do you know what I like? Queen tribute concert, David Bowie and Annie Lennox doing that. It's good. Some brilliant footage of the rehearsal as well on YouTube with George Michael watching in the background. Legends. Sadly, no longer with us, the brilliant George Michael and David Bowie. Absolute heroes of mine, both of them. Bardakci. Played out in the corner there, Yildiz. Good press from Austria. Really hemmed them in there. Oh, it's knocked into Arnautovic. Demiral just takes it off his toes. Clipped away. It's almost feast nor famine, isn't it? They're either going to be a counter-attack or a chance up the other end. Here comes the counter-attack. Slid inside looking for Yilmaz on the angle. Good feet. It's brilliant play by Yilmaz. There's no one in the box. He cut it back. Nobody there. Lovely feet. Cut back to exactly the right area. No one was up the pitch with Yilmaz. It's a proper basketball game, this one now, isn't it? Wave on wave. And it came upon me, wave on wave. Sievald. Sabitzer. The rain continues to absolutely bloody hammer it down. Knocked into the near post of the big guy. Ooh, Arnautovic ready to channel his inner Jude Bellingham there with the overhead kick. The big lad up front's made a difference, hasn't he? I know he scored the goal, Gregorich, but it's a different threat, isn't it? The big lump, the number 11. It's unfair, isn't it? Nice finish. Rain adding to the jeopardy, the drama, the Hunger Games. Angus, Ben, do you really think Ipswich should spend 100 million so on players. So I don't know. Kind of have to, don't you? I know Luton didn't. Corner comes in. Cleared out to the edge of the box, and Kadioglu makes the block. That rain, my God. But what did Burnley? Burnley spent 95 million. They spent 100 million euros. Burnley last year, and it still went down, didn't they? You know, structure your deals right. Make sure the players hold value, and make sure you can get them out if you get relegated. Here's the deal, isn't it? I love Life on Mars, based on Police, with many David Bowie tunes. I've got a good Enid story for you as it pertains to David Bowie. Yes, I have been teaching my 2-year-old daughter the ways of David Bowie. Yeah, it's gone back. So whenever she talks about blue, we go blue, blue, electric blue, you know, from Sound and Vision. And then the song comes on, and, you know, we play the song to her on the device, which name I won't mention because it'll probably set off 8 things in here. But the other day, just out of nowhere, she didn't go blue, blue, electric blue. She went blue, blue, electric red. So she doesn't quite understand the lyrics, but tremendous stuff. Oh, shot driven in from the edge of the box. Good gather. And we are in hard conditions for keepers. It was Grilic who drilled the shot in there. Just want to bounce that in front of the keeper. And then you got every chance of scoring in this weather. We're coming up 75 minutes. Here's Arnautovic. He's blocked. Oh, there's counter-attack on every attack now for Austria. If they don't complete their final pass, you know Turkey have got an outball into one of the channels and they're probably going to be 2v2. But it's what's making this such a good watch. Trouble is now they're clamping down with FFP. Yeah, of course. You gotta watch the balance sheet, haven't you? Goal kick. Thank you for all your support tonight, guys. Joining us on the watch along. We'll definitely be back on Friday night. Look forward to that. Ooh, Arnautovic running off the right-hand side there. It's blocked out by Bardakci. Cleared into the channel. Too much on that. Down the right-hand side it goes. Posh. It's a nice little roll in. Ooh. Feels like there's going to be another goal in this game, doesn't it? Ooh, given away in the left-back area. Austria are pushing, aren't they? Posh back to Sabitzer. Danso. This game kind of finishing as it started in pretty thrilling fashion. Bro, this stream is as entertaining as the game. Well, I think the game's entertaining, so hopefully that's a compliment, Mark, in the chat. Bro. Broski. Substitution incoming. Here's a familiar one, because he plays for West Brom. Yokuslu is going to be coming in, and I'm actually going to give it the applause now, because Goulet is coming out. He's a player, isn't he? The 19-year-old. Christ. His set plays, forcing the 2 goals for Turkey, and he uses the ball beautifully. And he's 19, and he plays for Real Madrid as well. It's going to be a double, actually. Atakoglu is coming in as well, the number 7. Plays for another Galatasaray player. It's a corner to the Swiss. Look how wet it is. I know they get paid loads, but these lads are bloody drenched. Real war zone, this. Sabitzer right-footed with the corner, in it goes. Yeah, conditions did for him there. They had no balance to delivery whatsoever. Gives the signal again, right-footed again from Sabitzer, headed away on the near post. Will, in 15 minutes or so time, we be talking about the final quarter-final being set up, Netherlands versus Turkey. I wonder. Yilmaz. Little knock inside. Kokshu. Horrible ball out to Mulder. And it's turned over to the Austrians. Danso. Posh. Again, they're in that kind of 5-4-1 defensive shape that we've seen plenty of. Turkey. On a double formation with and without the ball. With or without you. Here's Posh. Slides that one. It's a lovely ball. It's put across the box. That's really well defended. I think it's one of the midfielders covering in there. Or is it Mulder, the right back? If he doesn't read that, there's a tap in there for Austria. It's a dangerous game, this, Turkey. They do sit off, don't they? How much pressure can you take? Danso, he's not going to shoot, is he? Sabitzer. Crosses left-footed, blocked, hoofed, clear. I'm sure the Turkish supporters gave a big roar for that one. That's a foul, isn't it, by Artakoglu? I don't know in what universe he thinks he's going to get away with that if it wasn't for those pesky kids. Grilic, Poch, right back coming in. Definitely been instructed not to shoot from range, haven't they? Little knock round the corner. Arnautovic, edge of the box, can't get there. Danso. Sabitzer, crossing position, right-hand side. Decent ball. Oh, it's broken on the back post. Oh, my goodness me. Baumgartner was there, couldn't control it with his chest, and then it's booted against him. Look at that. One defender nicking it away from the other. Feet swinging. Ahan just complete air shot virtually at it. Just kind of clips it in the end, and more by luck than judgment. They win the goal kick there. Turkey need to get up the pitch. I think they're going to concede if this goes on quite like this. Evening, Wayne, in the chat. Bardakci has cramp. 2 Turkish players has cramp. Luke, I see an equaliser. Luke, I don't want to see an equaliser. I've got nothing against Austria, but I just hate extra time. Danso spent a year on Saints. I did not know that. Where is he now? Lens. Interesting. You could see I'm tired already. They're just dealing with this cramp here. I don't know whether it's cramp or cramp when you're defending a lead and you just want to sit on your backside and kill some time. You know, however, to be fair, he's going out of the game. Kvetchi is coming in at 17. It's Kokshu who's going out in central midfield. Kvetchi of Fenerbahce is coming in. Does Wilf Zaha play for Fenerbahce or is it Galatasaray? Someone fact check me in the comments on that one. I know he plays for one of the big Turkish teams, doesn't he? Danso. heads it away. Artakoglu. Ooh, just sold Yilmaz short. I think Yilmaz has been a really good kind of running outlet for the Turks. Galatasaray, is that Wilf, Rich? I knew it was one of the two of them. Sabitzer. Grilic. Sabitzer. Pressure, 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 pressure from the Austrians. They have to, though, don't they? They're going home if not. Oh, is that going to break for Arnautovic? He's just been 1 yard away from everything today, has he? Did get his 1-1v1. Well saved. Grilic knocks it back into Arnautovic, who hits the deck. That's not going to be a penalty. Oh, God. Bit of League Two stuff there. About 3 missed kicks in a row from both sides. Crossing position now for Posh. Puts it in right-footed. Superman punch attempted by the keeper. Completely misses it. But does enough just to put off, was it Baumgartner arriving? Oh, it's an open goal. Oh dear, he just has to let that hit him on the head and he scores, doesn't he? What a mess from the keeper there. Oof. But 84 up. Turkey hanging on in there. Not seeing many big chances since it went back to 2-1. Although, actually, I have to say, the Austrian XG is now 1.96. Turkey's is 0.94. If it was 2-1, you'd think it'd be 2-1 the other way than it is now. But you've got to play them penalty boxes. And Turkey are going to go through as a result of that, as things stand. Done so. Worked out right to Posh, who's been an outball most of this now with the right back for Austria. Because Turkey are just deep and narrow in this kind of defensive 5-4-1 shape when they don't have the ball. It's just loads of pitch for the right back there to get up in. Prediction, Arnautovic to miss a penalty in normal time. You do a Ronaldo from yesterday. It wasn't normal time, but it was a pretty vital spot kick. Got away with it in the end. That's going to be a corner, isn't it? Corner! 85-30. Corner for the Austrians. In it goes Sabitzer. Headed goalwards again by Baumgartner. He's winning everything in the air. Methinks I need to stop predictions. Nah. It's all good fun, Dave. It's more fun. I always say about a scientific experiment. You actually learn more when you get it wrong, don't you? Take all the information into account, create a hypothesis, and then you can have a good debate as to what it was that went against your initial hypothesis. Although in Dave's case, he just picks the underdog, but you know what I'm saying, don't you? Danso, were Austria even the underdog today? Played so well in the tournament so far, doesn't matter. Going home in 3.5 minutes plus stoppage time, unless they score. And they ain't going to score. Well, I say they ain't going to score. The cross is so bad it stayed in. So they could score because the attack is still going. Grilic. Evening, Annie, channel legend. Welcome, buddy. Sabitzer slips in the awful conditions. Danso. That's a horrible ball. Didn't give away the foul, though, Grilic. He did well, actually, with a hospital ball there, wasn't it? In comes the cross. Big header by Demiral. Double goal, Demiral. And now do we get the Turkey counter-attack. Artakoglu driving through the pitch. Can he get Yilmaz in? No. Great goalkeeping by Pence, who probably hasn't had a touch for about the last, well, barely the entire half. Picked the ball out of his net. But, and now on the left wing, that's a good tackle. And he knew it as well, Ihan, didn't he? Celebrated after he'd slid in there and won that. I'm sure the Turkey fans loved that one. Big slide tackle there. Artukoglu with the back heel. Classy. Can they play him into the right channel? They can. Yilmaz coming back from an offside position. He's done well there, Yilmaz. He's got two inside. Huge chance now. Oh, it's ridiculous. Oh, that is so stupid. Oh, my God. If Austria equalise, that is going to get replayed over and over. He's been really good, Yilmaz. That was the dumbest decision you'll ever see. He's got an easy cut back to Yakuslu. Oh, Yakuslu could have then just knocked it onto the left back for a tap in. What a stupid decision. He's played well, Yilmaz, hasn't he? But that will haunt them if there's an equaliser. Now, they should have gone 3-1 up from that opening, shouldn't they? Crazy. Selfish. Silly. Insert insult word, but it's not really an insult because this is the truth, really, isn't it? Truth is an absolute defence to libel. Danso. Not according to some of the England players at the moment. You can't tell the truth about them. You hurt their feelings. Clipped into the corner. And we're going to be ticking up towards the 90-minute mark. Not sure how much stoppage time you guys reckon there'll be. +5 maybe, in my opinion. There's that great bit of goalkeeping in slow-mo from Pence. And the ball's not sticking for Turkey. It's basically either going to be an Austria attack or a massive Turkey counter-attack. That's all we're going to get for injury time. And we are about to find out how much stoppage time there's going to be. +4. You got 4 minutes to score, Austria, or you're going home, lads. And Turkey are going to play Netherlands in the quarter-finals. Quick throw-in. Baumgartner outside of the foot cross. Big header by Demiral again. What a night for him so far. Could change if Austria score. Arnautovic, reverse ball. Good ball. Cross left-footed. Eddie Goals is going to break loose. Great defending again. I think that was Yakuslu of West Brom in the right place in the right time. We've got another cramp issue for the Turks. But actually has gone down. Look at this for a bit of reading of the game from Yakuslu. Where's that drop in? Right there. And I'm clearing it. See you later, everyone. Best regards. Yakuslu. This means that we're going to go up to 95, probably past that. Referee does that. Does that mean he's adding on an extra minute? I think he's already signalled it. Camera's on Yilmaz. I can't believe he didn't cut that one back to Yakuslu, who had a little side foot ball on to Kadioglu for the tap-in for 3-1, and we're all going home, and Austria are heading for the airport and Turkey are heading for the Netherlands in the quarterfinals. Danso. Attack versus defence. 92 up. We think we're going to go to 95 after Bardakci went down. So my estimation, 3 minutes remaining of stoppage time. Could be more. Probably won't be less. Are Austria spent now? Or are we going to get a dramatic England-style equaliser? And extra time, goddammit. Here they come. Arnautovic in the 10. He's knocked it on to Sabitzer. Sabitzer turned the wrong way. Oh, they had a Grigoric open on the right-hand side. They're not a team that's just going to lump this into the box. They're going to try and find a crossing position, aren't they? There it is. Posh deflected, cleared out. Well played, Kadioglu. Brilliant from the left back. Look at this. Just drives out of defence, pokes it through the middle. Looking for Yilmaz. Yilmaz running inside. Gets it on his right foot. Yilmaz, can he finish it? Good save. Oh, he did so much better with that than the last one. But real excellent performance in the second half by the left back, Ferdi Kadioglu for Turkey. And that was a tremendous run. Offside Yilmaz, according to the commentary. Just probably went too early. Beza, welcome. Did not expect Turkey to get through. They're not through yet, but I estimate they are 90 seconds away. But it's probably going to be 2 more phases of play for Turkey to defend. They've got the ball forward. Hit straight back. 93-53 on the clock. In it goes. They've won first contact, but it's out to the edge of the box. Loaded in. Chance! Oh, what a save! Oh, my God! What a save! Oh, wow! Gunyok in goal for... Think about the conditions. That is incredible! He's got to read the bounce. Look at the push away with the right hand. Jesus Christ, that's one of the best saves you'll see. The keeper's up now from the corner. If they win, they've got the keeper to thank. A sensational save there. Think about the weather as well. Oh, take a bow. Mert Gunyok in goal for Turkey. What about that? We've got one more corner probably to face here. We're coming up 95 minutes. Unbelievable from the keeper there for Turkey. In comes the corner. The keeper's up from the other end. Can they break? Yilmaz chasing it. If he can just keep the ball, we're all done. The whistle has gone. Well played, Turkey. And my God, well played. Gunyok, the keeper at the end. I mean... We had the whole story set up as Demirel, the hero, the centre-back. But what a save at the end. Absolute drama to end this one. A big, big chance right at the death for Baumgartner, wasn't it? The 19. He didn't do a lot wrong with the header in the rain. He headed it down. And my God, the keeper's earned his money there. Incredible save to win the game. Right at the end. It's late at night, guys. Let's get to the match review. Give me your final thoughts and we can all head off to bed knowing that Turkey are in the quarterfinals to face Netherlands. Well, dramatic win for Turkey in Leipzig. They go through to the quarterfinals against the Netherlands. They deserve it, I think. It's a pretty heroic performance in the rain, defending against an Austrian team who pressed for fun. Got in front early in a crazy first 10-15 minutes, wasn't it? Just carnage. They scored after sort of 40-45 seconds. Demirel from the set play. Austria were just fearsome in the first 10-15 minutes for their pressing. Their attacking. Turkey lasted it out. Another set play. Demirel again. He scored both the goals. And Güler, the young Real Madrid player, brilliant with the set piece delivery. But we did get a goal. Gregoric, the big lad off the bench, converting from a set play for Austria as well. It was attack versus defence, wasn't it? The Austrians pushing like anything towards the end, and the big headline at the end is it's an absolute worldie of a save by Gunyok, the keeper, in probably 30 seconds remaining. We thought we were going to get another Jude Bellingham type finish there, but my God, one of the moments of the tournament there from the Turkish goalkeeper. We've just a pretty miraculous save. Let's have a look at the stats. If we're back in Austria, you're probably not going to like these stats too much, I have to say, because it's a bit of a Turkish tournament masterclass here. Look at that XG, 2.74 on the XG. Turkey conceded. They only had 3 shots on target themselves. They've won the game 2-1. But I've got to say, if you look just at those stats, you think it was daylight robbery. My eye test does not agree with that. I think Turkey played it pretty well, didn't they? And at times they controlled the game. And were they clinging on? Were they clinging on for grim death? Maybe, I suppose, with that header at the end. But I think they've played it well. I don't think you can say they've S-housed their way through. And here is your Euro 2024 quarterfinal lineup in full. Here is the bracket. Turkey take their place in there. Well played to the Turks. Spain, Germany and Portugal, France on Friday night. And then it is England, Switzerland, Netherlands, Turkey on Saturday night. Bring it on. It's going to be a brilliant weekend of football in the quarterfinals in the Euros. And let's give a tip of the cap on the poll. Look at that. Who said Netherlands and Turkey? Only 12% got it right on the poll today on the community tab on the Benjamin Bloom football channel. Brilliant stuff. Thank you to the support through the night. Save of the tournament. Absolutely wasn't it? Incredible. Commentator said Gordon Banks. New Lev Yashin heroics there. Absolute drama. Incredible. Take a bow. Mert Gunyok, the Turkish goalkeeper, with one of the moments of the tournaments with a heroic, mighty save there. Dave, legend, good night to you. Good night to everybody in the chat. We'll be back with quarterfinal predictions tomorrow. Looking forward to doing them. And then on Friday, we get into the quarterfinals themselves. We're probably going to arrange a roundtable pretty soon. So if you want to get involved with that, do sign up on YouTube and become a member, and we'll invite you to that. Big thanks for Rich for coming on at halftime as ever. And we will see you all again soon. It is Turkey into the quarterfinals. Turkey 2, Austria 1. Night, everybody.